It was the best day of my wife Karen's life. It was the worst day of mine. Because that was the day she left for heaven. It was the day I was left without her. The night before, we'd been at our grandson's graduation, had been valedictorian of his class, gave a wonderful speech to a stadium full of people. I had to leave on a trip to speak in another state. I said, I love you, honey. And she said, well, I love you. And then, uncharacteristically, she had tears in her eyes because we've had a lot of goodbyes. She said, I'm really going to miss you. And I said, oh, don't worry, honey, it won't be long. I was wrong. The next day she graduated. And yes, it was the darkest day of my life. I felt lost. I felt like all of a sudden a lost little boy. A few days later, I wrote in this journal, I wrote these words in very bold print. I will not waste this grief. It was actually a prayer. God, if it's going to hurt this bad, help me not to waste it. See, something happened because what broke my heart opened my heart. Opened my heart on a deeper level than I think had ever been before. Because when the heart's broken, it's wide open. And it allows, if you let him, it allows God to pour some things into that heart you've never had in there before and into deeper places. And I realized that I'd entered into that period of time when you are faced with major life choices. You cannot have a major loss in your life and ever stay the same. And there are so many losses. It isn't just loved ones who die. No, marriages die, and dreams die, and hopes for our children die, and we go to the doctor and we got bad news medically. There's kind of a dying and a grieving that takes place there. There's failure. There's so many kinds of grieving, even things in our past that continue to haunt us. We've never been able to get past them. The world has just experienced so much loss. Everybody has lost something, it seems like. And when there's loss, there's grief. And when there's grief, there are choices. And those choices determine whether you end up with more hurt or more hope. And so the hammer that hit you so hard, well, what you do with it is ultimately what determines whether you heal and have hope or whether you hurt even more. That's my story. A shattered heart, but a certain hope. That's why the book is Hope. When your heart is breaking, if you know what it is to lose something or someone that you care about, a life anchor, a life treasure, then I hope somehow my journey can speak into your journey. Because I want this to be hope for other people. My prayer is that out of the darkest days and months of my life might come some light for some other people. Maybe you. And thank you very much for listening. And God bless you.